Next item, I'm going to read out a piece that's been translated from Portuguese into English. And we received another confirmation this week via the media of the existence and proof of funds from the MWHT Trust. Now, predictably, the media and some certain alt media clowns are trying to spin it. And this is what happens. Anyone involved with getting funding is immediately accused of being rogue or a rogue organisation. And this is the modus operandi of the clowns currently, to discredit anyone or anything connected with the trust. So this is what was stated in a news piece in Brazil. A group in a messaging application came to be formed to organise the implementation of the so-called safe room in the city of Florianópolis, and this and other information is in a 156-page police inquiry conducted by the federal police detailing the alleged crimes committed by the criminal organisation investigated in Operation Shabu and accused of obtaining and passing on sensitive information from police operations. All very good and nothing to do with the trust. Now, the police investigation of the PF resulted in the decree of temporary detention for 5 days of 7 people. Among them was the mayor of Florianópolis. That is significant. You'll see why later. Jean Loureiro and 23 search warrants and seizures in a decision of Federal Judge Leandro Paulson, who is of the Regional Federal Court 4th Region. Now, the document is based mainly on information collected from the mobile phones of the businessman Jose Augusto Alves and the Federal Police Delegate Fernando Amaro de Moraes Queiroz. Now, 2 of the 7 defendants who have been temporarily detained, Alves is still in prison, while Queiroz was released on Wednesday night, almost 48 hours after he was arrested in Porto Alegre. Now, the Safe Room Group was created in a messaging application to deal with the implementation of the information leakage-proofed space that was supposed to be installed in Florianópolis Prefecture. On April 27, 2018, Luciano Cunha Teixeira, who is the commercial manager of Suntex, announces that he will go to Paraguay to obtain the necessary equipment for the assembly of this particular room. Again, all nothing to do with the MWHT Trust, but you'll get the picture soon. The group continues to discuss what would be the best equipment to set up the safe room of Florianópolis City Hall. Teixeira even lists equipment that will be purchased, among them audio recorders, spy cameras and jammers which emit signals with the same frequency used in the GSM network, causing interference. By audio, Alves explains to the members of the group the necessary characteristics of the equipment and indicates that the intention is to sell it to public agencies. So in other words, they were getting advanced technology and we're going to pass it on to the various agencies. Now, the participation of Queiroz is highlighted by a technical consultant or consulting in the construction of safe environments to test police investigations, and so that Teixeira can enter the country with the equipment acquired in Paraguay. To that end, Alves also tries to help a federal highway police officer from Foz do Iguaçu, but is unsuccessful because he is far from the activity. However, on May the 2nd, Teixeira informs that he was able to bring the equipment from Paraguay, a fact that is celebrated by the delegate through message icons. Now, in testimony given to the federal police, the mayor, Jean Loureiro, denied participation in the criminal organisation and the existence of the so-called safe room. Also, according to Loureiro, agents of the federal police were in the City Hall and did not find the equipment. Oops. Sounds all staged to me, but on it goes. The lawyers for Kieron, Teixeira and Alves were not located by the report. The next part is billion-dollar investment. The federal police investigation also highlights that the business Jose Augusto Alves and the delegate of PF Fernando Kieron had very large business activities. One of them would be the intermediation to implant a project of $10 billion for the technological city in the south of the island of Santa Catarina. For this, Alves and Kieron sought the mayor, Mr. Loureiro, who even sent office to Institute Meta 21 to present formal support for the project. Developed by Institute Meta 21, the project would receive a $10 billion contribution from an international fund known as the MWHT Trust. However, in order for the Meta 21 Institute to receive the resources, Alves and Kieron tried to obtain the central bank's seal on the origin of the resources. To this end, they scheduled a meeting with the oversight of Bank of Brazil in Florianopolis, and on the agenda, a presentation of a letter of donation to the central bank, donation contract of the Meta 21 Institute for construction of the technological city, verification of the central bank of proof and origin of funds, and government assistance in the release of the central bank. So all the documents were there. However, Alves and Kieron were unable to obtain economic advantage from the negotiation because the commercial proposal of exchange operation was not supported by the COAF, Council for Financial Activities, that is. The bank refused to open a current account that would be used for the receipt of the $10 billion. This was after Clown intervention, by the way. Now, during his testimony to the PF, the mayor confirmed that he had participated in a meeting to participate in the project, but stated that the work plan needed to raise funds from the international fund was never prepared due to a lack of credibility after research on the financial fund, and that there was no requirement of counterpart of the City Hall in the project. Now, in the police investigation, Kieron states that he is not a partner, even if informal, occasional or sporadic, Jose Augusto Alves in any commercial activity, and that he would have been invited, as well as Alves, to integrate future projects to be developed in the capital, which aims to develop technologies for humanitarian purposes. So that's the gist of that particular letter. The guy Claudio is a partner to the doctor who is using holistic and conventional medicine. That's what the technological city was for. This particular doctor in Brazil has cured several heads of state of cancer. That is who wants to build the medical centre in Brazil. And all was going well. The Central Bank of Brazil, the Brazil Intelligence Agency, and the new president all verified the funds. And then the Chinese promised the central bank governor $1 billion personally if he would not let any funding into the country from anyone, including the MWHT Trust, which is what he did. And he's still not being paid, and the country is going more broke by the day. Now, the Netherlands guy involved in this knows nothing because he was not involved in much of the work in Brazil. But this is what the clowns do. They take an innocent transaction and then trump up bogus charges on people connected to or engage with the Manor World Holding Trust and then present it to the public. These people are rogue on both sides. In essence, this article has nothing to do with the Manor World Holding Trust, but they are using it to write slightly misdirected articles to do anything to discredit the trust and the people who are wishing to do the projects. Trumped up charges. You know, they've tried everything to rake up mud on Kim, I and the team. All of it failed. So now they are reduced to portal people misdirection. Oops. So to sum up this story, the trust was given $10 billion to support the work and build an advanced hospital for people who were vetted and who have proven to cure cancer, and the clowns blocked it. This is what they do. And to those in the alt media who choose to spin it for an agenda against me and Kim, neither of us care if you don't like us personally. We're not bothered. We both know it's your own reflections you don't like. But you all need to take a step back in your thinking process, supporting a group and a cause that stops people being funded for a cancer cure hospital. Is that your level of thinking? Is that you and what you stand for? All love and light, but supporting the clowns in the blocking of a cure for cancer. Oh my. The darkness not only prevails, but is spreading within you. And with that much darkness, the irony is some of you in that group may one day need that hospital. Once again, we'd like to thank Bubba and his team for highlighting our cause and our goal of expanding the truth to the reality of the Manor World Holding Trust is expanding, thanks to people like Bubba.